Hi, my name is Peter Biro. I am a classified Kiswahili teacher. I'm based in Nairobi. I offer private classes. I can reach you in your office, your residential place, or any place convenient with you. You can reach me on telephone numbers that appear on the screen. Kindly subscribe, share, like for more video updates. Thank you. Hello. Hujambo. Habari gani? Habari za leo? Habari za nyumbani? Habari za kazi? Good. I hope you got me. Do you remember in our last class or last lesson, we learned about greetings in Kiswahili, and the words I've used like hujambo, sijambo, habari gani, nzuri, salama, all that I hope you remember. Now in today's lesson, we are going to learn how to do self-introduction, or rather how to introduce yourself in Kiswahili. Now in Kiswahili, like any other language, I would say there are two main ways of introducing yourself. Now the first one, we have a word which is, I would say it's a noun, and the word is jina. 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 Jina is name. Jina is name. Name. Now, with the word jina, we shall use it with possessive pronouns. Possessive pronouns, that is my, your, his, or her. And in Kiswahili, the possessive pronouns are langu, lako, laki. Langu, lako, laki. Langu is mine. Lako is your. And lake is his or her. So we have langu, lako, laki. Langu, lako, laki. So we come with jina langu. Jina langu. Jina langu. Jina lako. Jina lako. And jina lake. Jina lake. So jina langu, jina lako, jina lake. Say jina langu, refer to you, jina lako, refer to the third person, jina lake. So it's langu, lako, lake. Jina langu, Peter. Jina langu, Peter. Say jina langu, Peter. Or, like I use the word ao. Or is ao. Ao, jina langu ni Peter. Jina langu ni Peter. Ni is the verb to be is. Jina langu ni Peter. The first one, you're talking of my name, Peter. And in the second instance, you're talking of my name is Peter. We normally can avoid ni and just say jina langu Peter, or you say jina langu ni Peter. So you can go with whichever. So jina langu ni Peter. Jina lako ni, you know your name. Jina lake ni John. Let's give him imaginary name. Now we come to asking somebody the question like, what is your name? Jina lako ni nani? Jina lako ni nani? Here we have nani. Jina lako ni nani? Jina lako ni nani? Like nani is the interrogative to mean who. Nani is who. So basically what you're talking about is who is your name? To mean what is your name? Jina lako ni nani? So say jina langu ni Peter, then I would come to you, jina lako ni nani? Jina lako ni nani? Then basically you tell me jina langu ni so and so. So I would also ask you, jina lake ni nani? That is referring to the third person. Jina lake ni nani? Jina langu ni Peter. Jina lako ni nani? Jina lake ni John. So you can always ask to know somebody's name. You can ask jina lako ni nani? Sawa sawa. The second way of introducing yourself is by using the word itwa. Itwa. Itwa is a verb. And basically this is the first verb that we are going to use in Kiswahili. Now, itwa is be called. Itwa is be called. The verb be called. Be called. So, with the verbs, there's a special way of treating the verbs. I would call it the conjugation that we shall also talk about in our next lessons. Now, you say nina itwa. Nina itwa. Una itwa. Una itwa. Ana itwa. Ana itwa. So it's nina itwa, una itwa, ana itwa. Remember here I'm using ni, ninaitwa, unaitwa, anaitwa. So remember the ni, a. Ninaitwa, unaitwa, anaitwa. So ni is I. Ni is I. I. Ni is I. U is you. U is you. A is he or she. Now we are now going to open up to use this Kiswahili as it is. So you have ninaitwa, unaitwa, anaitwa. And please remember, these are very important aspects that you need to use to make your sentences. Now, ninaitwa is I am called. Unaitwa, you are called. Anaitwa, he or she is called. So is I am called. Called. You are called. Sorry. You are called. And then we have he or she is called, anaitwa. So I'll say, ninaitwa Peter. Ninaitwa Peter. Say, ninaitwa Peter. Ninaitwa Peter. Ninaitwa Peter. Then I'll ask you, unaitwa nani? Unaitwa nani? Now if you're going to ask somebody, how are you called? So unaitwa nani would be, who are you called? Which we would say, how are you called? Unaitwa nani? Then I would also ask you, for the third person, anaitwa nani? So ninaitwa, unaitwa, anaitwa. I might also ask you, if I'm trying you to know if you know me, I would ask you, ninaitwa nani? Then your response would be, unaitwa so and so. Anaitwa nani? Your response would be, anaitwa John. So let's remember the ni, u, a. The ni, u, a, these are what we call the subject prefixes. Subject prefixes. Or also refer to them as subject pronouns. Now, subject prefixes, we need them to conjugate with the verb, as we shall continue to learn. So, ninaitwa, unaitwa, anaitwa. Ninaitwa Peter, unaitwa, anaitwa John. So, you can ask, unaitwa nani? Unaitwa nani? Or you can ask, unaitwaje? 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 This J, when it is suffixed to a conjugated verb, then it has the meaning of how. So basically what I'm saying here is, how are you called? How are you called? And we shall use this J with other conjugated verbs to give some more meaning so that you can understand. Like how do you say this? How do you cook this? You can use this J, you suffix it to the conjugated verb, and it makes sense. It gives you the question, the interrogative how. So far up to this stage, we have used the interrogative nani, which is who, and interrogative J, which is how, and we have used them in the context of introduction, like jina lako ni nani, au unaitwa nani. For self-introduction, you will use either jina lako ni nani, au you can use unaitwa nani, au unaitwaje. If you are asking to know somebody, jina lako ni nani, unaitwa nani, au unaitwaje. Basically, somebody will say, jina langu ni Peter, if for me. Somebody will say, ninaitwa Peter, whichever way. Remember, you can ask somebody, jina lako ni nani, and then he would come with the answer, ninaitwa so and so. So they can interchange, it doesn't matter, because they are both okay. Now, when it comes to using the verbs, like I've told you, what I want you to remember now is the ni, u, a. Ni, u, a. Then you have ninaitwa, unaitwa, anaitwa. The next verb that I'm going to introduce you to is verb toka. Toka. Toka is come from. Come from. Now, just like we did with itwa, we shall also conjugate verb toka. Now, you have ni, u, a. So you have ninatoka. 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 Unatoka. Unatoka. Anatoka. So ninatoka, unatoka, anatoka. Ni, u, a. Ninatoka, unatoka, anatoka. Same way, ni, u, a. So ninatoka is I come from. I come from. Unatoka, you come from. Anatoka, he, she comes from. So it's ni, u, a. Ninatoka, unatoka, anatoka. But now you can see I have extended now in using this verb toka. We have also tuna toka. Tuna toka. Now I've brought two. Tuna toka. We also have mna toka. Mna toka. So it's like, let me just put it here so that you can see well. We have ninatoka, una toka, ana toka, tuna toka, na toka, na wa na toka. So we also have wanatoka. So it's ninatoka, unatoka, anatoka, tunatoka, mnatoka, wanatoka. So we have two, wa. Now, ni is singular, two is plural. U is singular, is plural. So we have singular, we have plural. So singular, a is singular and wa is plural. So we'll say ninatoka, and then if we are two of us, I would say tunatoka. Tunatoka. Unatoka, and if you're more than one, I would say mnatoka. Mnatoka. Then anatoka, if it's one person, but if there are many, we would say wanatoka. So it is two. Now we have here two, one. Two. Sorry. We have two, one. So these are plural forms. So I would say, if I'm alone, I would say ninatoka Kenya. Ninatoka Kenya. Ninatoka Kenya. If I'm with my friend, I would say tuna toka Kenya. ninatoka Kenya, and if we are two of us, I would say tunatoka Kenya. I would ask you, if you are one person, I would ask you, unatoka wapi? Unatoka wapi? So you have unatoka wapi? Wapi. So wapi here is the interrogative to mean where. Wapi means where. Like, where are you from? Unatoka wapi? Where are you from? Or where do you come from? Where are you from? But so if you meet someone and you let to know where he's from, then you will ask him, unatoka wapi? I know the response from him would be, ninatoka wherever. Then if there are many people, then you ask, mnatoka wapi? Then the response would be, tunatoka wherever. So mnatoka wapi basically is, where are you all, you all from? Where are you all from? So you plural. So mnatoka wapi? Now I think what I would also like to remind you to remember, we are now in the process of using our verbs. And you know, if you use the verbs correctly, then you have a good sentence. Now, what we do here, and with Kiswahili, which is so simple, you only need to conjugate the verb. And I'm going to show you the conjugation pattern as we move on. But for now, I'm glad that you can now use itwa and toka, and the pattern is the same. You have ninaitwa, unaitwa, anaitwa. Then we have toka, which is ninatoka, unatoka, anatoka. I come to plural, tunatoka, mnatoka, wanatoka. I felt it's good to bring plural forms in the toka because itwa normally, for you to ask some people how they are called, it depends when they're a group, or maybe just trying to get to know somebody in a group form. But with toka, you'll always come from a place in many people or in singular. That's why I've come to introduce the plural form in toka. So we shall use other verbs in the same format, and actually you'll find it very easy. So in our next lesson, we shall see how we continue with the conjugation. Thank you very much. That's all for today's lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. I kindly ask you to subscribe, share, and also press the like button. Thank you very much.